Hi, it's Dave here from J.Laverack and welcome back to another new bike day. We've got a lovely AM64 Jack that's just rolled out the workshop that's got some really nice purple bits on it. Purple's a big fan favourite. Every time we post a purple bike, it gets a really good reception. So let's talk a little bit more about purple. Once upon a time, purple dye was reserved for royalty and the wealthy because it was more expensive than gold. But these days, Hope makes some really nice purple anodised parts that won't break the bank. I'm sure you've heard me say before, less is more. And we've taken that approach again here. So purple brake calipers, and then we've actually, in the paint shop, colour matched various components to that purple metallic by Hope. So we've got purple fork tips here, which is a really nice little touch of purple. We've also painted the top of this ENVE In-Route Cockpit headset with purple, a single spacer and the top cap, and it's just a little nice touch. Really love that. Let's talk a little bit more about AM64. So AM64 is our latest cutting edge tech frame design, and it involves 3D printed titanium lugs that are joined together with titanium tubes. There's a load of benefits to doing it this way. Firstly, we create a really nice seamless join between the tube and the lug. The weld point is actually around here, and it's actually dressed back and then bead blasted, so it's almost seamless. Another big benefit is that we can print lugs one at a time. So we can create a custom frame for someone and then sculpt the lugs and design the lugs according to that individual's bike fit, and then print them one at a time. So that's exactly what we've done here for Sean. So Sean actually sent us his bike fit report, and we've designed a frame millimetre perfect to Sean's bike fit report, and then 3D printed the lugs and joined it together like this. So really lovely. It's got a reasonably tall head tube. Sean's a tall chap, and so he needed this saddle to handlebar drop, and we've managed to achieve this with, I believe it's a 240 head tube. It's roughly a 60 centimetre frame, but of course it's bespoke to Sean. Another big benefit of 3D printing is allowed us to optimise various areas of the frame that were 3D printed, so we can take material away where it's not necessarily needed. So we managed to shave around about 200 grams off this frame versus a conventionally manufactured frame. This bike is a JACK AM64. So the JACK in our model range is our all-road bike. It's clearance for a 40mm tyre, so you could do a little bit of gravel on that. But it's mostly designed for all-road, endurance riding, audax, a very, very comfortable winter bike, and a beautiful summer bike, of course, as well. Sean's opted for SRAM RED XPLR, so the latest SRAM RED group set. And of course, it's one by, and it has this really nice rear derailleur that mounts straight to our UDH frame dropout. So more and more these days we're building frames with the UDH dropout. So you can do that, and I think it looks really clean. While I'm down here, actually, you can see that Sean's gone for a custom engraving on the dropout at the back. So it's got FENIX here, which is really cool. On the other side, we've got the JL crest. So we've opted here for an ÆRA AR36 carbon wheel. That's hand-built in-house by master wheel builder Matt. Sean's opted for a Hope Pro 5 hub in black. We've got a few touches of purple, but again, less is more. And we thought, let's leave the hubs black and just let the brake calipers do the talking. So they're hand-built with Sapim CX-Ray spokes, brass nipples that won't corrode, so a really, really solid winter and summer wheel. 28 spokes front and back, so really strong. Touched a little bit about tyre clearance. So obviously chatting to Sean when he was speccing up the bike, he wanted to run a 35mm tyre with a mudguard, so it's exactly what we've got here. We've actually got a Rene Herse tyre, tan wool, of course. Looks really nice with this build. Also, ÆRA AR Carbon Mudguard. That's a really, really nice touch. For the front of the bike, as you may have seen already, but we use the ENVE In-Route system. So this really cool carbon handlebar, carbon stem, carbon fork, and an ENVE's own headset, and that allows us to hide all the cables completely for a really clean cockpit. Sean's opted for Pavé frame finish, which is this matte bead blasted frame finish, Deco graphics, and a nice touch here. Sean's bike is actually number 5 of 50 of the JACK AM64, so it's numbered down here. Sean's opted for 4 bottle cage belts in total. So you've got the conventional 2 on the seat tube and down tube. We've got a 3rd cage mount under the down tube here, perhaps for carrying something like a keg with some tools in it. And we've got top tube mounts here as well, so you can bolt a bag nice and securely to the top tube. We've gone for a BSA threaded bottom bracket on this frame. T47 is also possible as well. And finally, ÆRA carbon fibre seat post, a Brooks C13 saddle, which is a special edition saddle that we developed with Brooks for the Aston Martin project. It's got an Alcantara top on it, really nice. And last but not least, Sean's gone for Supacaz bar tape, black with this tacky touch. So it's a really tactile part of the bike, and often people like to go with something that they're used to using. Yeah, one of my favourite builds. So yeah, nicely spec Sean. If you want to see more about the AM64 frame tech, we'll put a link in the description, and we'll also post a link to the gallery entry for this bike where there's lots of in-depth photography of this particular bike. Thanks very much for watching.